Welcome back to the adventures of Lord Paramount Salt, the eloquent of the Vale. Ignore the whole eloquent thing. The blood-obsessed lunatic might be more appropriate. I'm still well on board to trying to get this guy up to 1,000 personal combat if it's possible. Bearing in mind that this is going to be the guy, when Westeros is unified, this is going to be the guy to take the fight to Valyria. Valyria are, arguably right now, maybe at their most powerful. They still have a lot of these other city-states. I mean, obviously, Mega War System aside. All of this is essentially unified under Valyria. They have a lot of dragons. There are a shitload of dragons out there still, with a lot of the freeholders, a lot of the rulers all having... I mean, you can quite clearly see here, Valyrian steel. They've got dragon eggs aplenty. This guy probably has plenty of pet... Oh, he actually doesn't have any pet dragons, but they do have a lot of dragon eggs, more importantly. Chances are we're going to be up against dragons, getting into personal combat with dragons, so turning this guy into a bit of a well, I'm imagining, okay, bearing in mind that our ancestral weapon is that Valyrian steel mace. I'm imagining Lord of the Rings, Fellowship of the Ring, Sauron at the start, where he's using his mace to just bash those armies apart. That's going to be Salt, okay? That's going to be our man here, and I'm going to try and get him up to that 1,000 personal combat so that we can see that dream going forward here. Besides that, really, we're just going to leave old Mother there in charge, High Priest Silt in charge of unifying what's left of this realm. Then first things first, bounty board? I think bounty board. I think we'll take... What? Oh, I hired a warrior commander. It's not a problem because they are very, very good. So 26 martial, volatile leader. I mean, 45% experimentality is not very good, to be honest, but hey. It's not bad. It's just obviously not one of the good leadership traits that you would really try and go for. So we've got Master Royce and Master Robar. Now, on the subject of the bounty board, yesterday I kind of floated the idea of maybe the +5 per duel experience is a little bit OP. So many of you quite rightly point out it's a comparative stat, so that if everybody's getting +5 to personal combat with every duel, no one really is, because everybody's getting the same amount of gain, right? But you've got to bear in mind that the AI, there's 3 different societies, the AI is spread between those, but there's also many, many other societies in the Game of Thrones mod that the AI can get dragged into, especially running alongside the Trade League as well. I feel like any characters in the very small amount of characters actually joining the Berserkers or the Warriors Guild are going to gain a massive bonus relative to everyone else. Relative to one another, I agree, they're actually kind of balanced, but everyone else, they're still going to be annihilated here. But, as many of you have also pointed out, on the flip side, we've been killed by people with minus personal combat. So, hey, I guess we'll just keep rolling with things, huh? We should be good, right? Come on. We should be fine just to blitz through this bounty board without paying too much attention to their personal combat or anything anymore. I think we're fine. There we go. Okay, nice. 360. What do you think we can get before the end of today? I want to break 800 at least before today. Is that too ambitious? I don't think so. I think we did quite well yesterday, didn't we? He's only 23, bear in mind he's got 36 personal combat. So as long as we're trying to, like, say, you know, double his age in terms of hundreds of personal combat, so if we can get up to, like, at least 406 personal combat, because I'm thinking, let's assume he lives to 50, that's probably... I mean, 50 is probably generous given the amount of wounds and things that he's taken so far, but assuming he lives to 50, if we're trying to get double his age in terms of the hundreds, then we could get it to 1,000 by the age of 50. That's what I'm going for here, because that's the sort of age that I'd probably want him to not really be leading armies anymore, bearing in mind he's 50. Anyway, command spend more. Oh, so we can cure ailments on other people as well with our dark magic. Might be useful against children, wives, whatever else. What have you got? What's wrong with you, then, that we can... Oh, stressed? Is that like brewing a potion of... Oh, interesting. Okay, obviously we're not going to use that, but that would be good to use on, like, our wife or ourselves, for example. Yeah, that's cool. I didn't know that was an option. I thought it was just for, you know, injuries, maiming, severely injured, whatever else. We can also try and set up a bit of a... We could also establish a forward base over in Essos if we really felt like it, so we can colonize... Can we colonize... Oh, Malaquavos is the big province. Right, okay. So what would be a good province to go for then? Because we can apparently get any of these, because of course we are within those 2 sea boundaries there. Are we looking for any kind of with... Oh, they've all got the same. They're all a castle, city, temple. There doesn't seem to be much variation. Now, Bravos we can't colonize because there's still mysterious activity going on there. The Doom still hasn't triggered. Nothing's going on with that as well. I think they kind of... I think they got a bit stuck. God knows what happened, but in this cursed timeline, Bravos is never going to be built, apparently. So we can't colonize that one. That would be obviously fantastic. I also kind of worry that if we colonize Malakovos or something like that, we're basically painting a massive target on our back, given that Valyria is sort of right there. I feel like they wouldn't be too pleased about that. Another daughter, Marianne, to go along with, what was it, Jizine? Yeah, there we go, Jizine the useless. And what's Marianne got? She's smart, which is a step in the right direction, I guess. What do we name you after our glorious mother, Silt? Because she's been incredibly impactful this campaign. So you know what? You can be called Silt the Second. Because in theory, you might be the one... Oh, goddamn, what happened there? There we go. She might be the one taking over the realm. I'm not entirely sure. Choose a focus for her, then. What have we already picked for So Jazina gave struggle. I wonder if I made it so that shrewd and smart counteract one another when I made that traits mod. I don't know. We'll give it a go. This is going to be a surprise to me as well. So, for the time being then, obviously we want to help out sort of personal combat. We want to get on as many battlefield duels as possible, so I'm going to stay as being a commander for the time being. Even though it lowers fertility or whatever else, we're only 23 at the end of the day, so we'll stick with that and hope that maybe... I don't even know if you can get personal combat events fire if you're leading someone else's troops. Now she's vassalized the Reach, and the Reach have all of that crap. Does that mean that the Realm has all of that crap? But obviously it's all the Mega War system again, so God knows what's going on there. She is trying to get the Sons of the Mist vassalization war, so that's another one there. Is that a mercenary band that's been landed? Very weird. Okay, so she's done a pretty good job of tidying up the Vale, and apparently a really good job of tidying up the Reach as well. I guess it's just the Stormlands left to tidy up at this point. Great question. Do we also want to be a cannibal along with being a lunatic hemophilian? I mean, it seems to suit the character perfectly. That's like minus 15 general opinion. Yikes. As long as we don't actually eat anyone, it's kind of safe. Bear in mind, it does also give us fertility and health. We can keep topping that up. Even though it only lasts a year, you can be approached by this guy more and more. But, I mean, minus 15 on top of already being a hemophiliac and a lunatic is probably not going to make for good vassal opinion. He's a good character right now. You know, he's still just, he's still gregarious, he's still brave, and on all of those other sort of chivalric things that you kind of associate with him. But he is also a bloodthirsty lunatic, so I'm not really sure. I feel like this is taking him down a dark path. I feel like we're committing to the sort of evil side of this, Martin. We want to keep him. There's no reason why he would suddenly flip overnight to just being this complete lunatic, huh? Just because, you know, you have one blood games and suddenly you're a tyrant. We're not gonna worry about that. Let's not go all in, because it doesn't really help out either. It's not like we're playing with Cannibal Kings or anything like that. Oh, we can get our Master Brewer. I really loved the headcanon yesterday. There was a comment that's like, it's Emmon. It's immortal Emmon going around visiting all of our family members, helping them build up these breweries. It's a great idea. I love it. That's the official headcanon now. He never died. No heroes truly die. Thanks, Eamon. Very cool. So there it is. It's actually really, really powerful as well, which I didn't take into account. 15% morale of armies is nuts. And obviously the +5 tax as well is pretty nice. Wow, that's crazy good. So 15% morale of armies means that cancels out that weird butcher that we've apparently built. We haven't even got one in the capital. We actually haven't got a weird butcher. We could build one. It's tax income +4, but minus 10%, so we're losing a lot of our bonuses from there. I think given the small amount of troops we're already getting from the Eyrie, let's not upset the apple cart too much by just trading it up for tax. We're already making a good amount of money now that we are the Lord of the Vale. I don't think we'll worry about that. Wine Sink is a distributable pub, often frequented by the rougher sort of patron. Is that a... I mean, it might be a unique building, so I'm going to build one of those as well. In fact, can we oversee construction? Because we've got a lot of cash, and there's a lot of stuff we want to build. 31! Aaron the Shrewd of House Clary with his 31 stewardship. Oh, he's a master trader, so he's been part of the trade league for long enough to get those bonuses. Wow, holy shit. So what's his build time modifier? Minus 62.5. That might even get us down to the 1 day if it stacks with our stonemason, which it doesn't quite, but that is incredibly fast. Well, they do stack, I should say, but we haven't quite got to that ridiculously fast modifier. That's really cool. Okay, we're going to turn the Eyrie into a proper little... So we're going to make the Eyrie, you know, a bit more what you would kind of expect of the Eyrie in that case. In between, we'll fund it by murdering everybody that moves. Oh, no. Oh, my God. The man who defeated us in the duel yesterday. Bernard Truthspeaker of House Sanders, Patron House, and mortal enemy of Paramount Salt is on the bounty board. Oh, this is personal. I say mortal enemy, I mean, it's 15 opinion, but he did defeat us in a duel, and I haven't forgotten that. Hunt him down. 395 personal combat versus 159. He kicked our ass yesterday. Now it's time to go. Goodbye. Goodbye, Colonel Sanders. You are doomed. The bounty's trying to avoid his fate by offering a small amount of ducats. No, he's a coward. Absolutely not. Skip the duel. Breathe. It's just a game. It's just a game. It's just a game. Don't. Find me this man. Find me this man. Find me this man. Sanders. Where is he? Where is he? Bring me. Who's the patron? You're banned. You're banned for this monster of a fucking man that we're apparently up against. Show me. Fabricate treason. Incite revolt. Tainted touch. No, it's too cowardly. It's too... No, we'll just antagonize him. Antagonize him. We will send him horrible letters. You're a big smelly poo-poo head, and your smelly poo-poo head ways repulse me. Signed, Lord, whatever we are, of the Vale. Lord Salt of the Vale. Extremely true Lord Salt right now, I'm telling you. No, get out of here. I'm going to kill this man. We're not going to kill him with magic, the magic of the old gods. We're not going to kill him with assassins or the legal system. We're not gonna fabricate his treason and get him beheaded. It's going to be our sword going straight through that fucking visor. It would help also if we had a sword. Oh, we got a spear and a bow. Maybe that's where we're going wrong. I don't know if a bow and arrow is particularly known for being good against plate mail. We could go for the spear. That would be more appropriate. It's just personal combat at the end of the day. You know what? We need a better weapon. This is unreal. Oh. Well, of all the things I didn't expect today, that'd be it, given that the Jogosnai don't exist. Given that they've been removed from the game. What have you done? Oh, Jogosnai Moonsingers. Old Jogosnai Moonsingers are a Jogosnai Moonsinger heresy. What? And they're also a mercenary band, by the way. They're still barbarians. Don't worry about that. I'm sure that's extremely... Oh, nice. She's Perganan, even though we're leading troops. That's suspicious. But she does love us. She's chased, whatever else. Master Builder on top of that means that we've got to be down to the... Come on. Oh my god, we're still not down to the one-day modifier. I think it's quite hard to get in the Game of Thrones world without using a massive amount of slavery, so that's fair. Okay, let's build everything we can at this stage. So, Duel Academy, obviously essential to the level reinforcement rate. We'll go for... What else can give us level reinforcement rate? Because look at this. So, garrison and our levy size, we've got a lot of troops available to us, to be fair. 5,400 troops, it's just they're not reinforcing. So, we need to focus on getting the sort of Steward's Tower, getting the next level of... What is it? Training grounds? Have we not built any yet? We haven't built any yet. So we need guard stations 2. So that is, we need Castletown 1. God damn, this is going to get... Oh, we haven't got Castletown even in the area yet. So that explains quite a lot. I'll build a couple of layers of that, because at least that way it brings in some tax. And we're going to need it in advance anyway, so why not? There we go, okay. So we've got 458 left. So we go for the patrol posts. And then we'll go for the... When it wakes up. Then we'll go for the training grounds as well. And that should hopefully give us access to some troops. Oh shit, we need guard stations too, don't we? Right, there we go. Perfect. Okay, so the smaller states will allow us to upgrade the tower as well. We need cast time for that, blah, blah, blah. Okay, we need a bit more tax now, but I'm not going to take Lord Treasurer Aaron off of the building, because, I mean, we could for a bit build up the taxes, but, I mean, what have we got? 77% total tax modifier and 38% chance yearly of a special tithe based on our monthly income. Yeah, alright, that's, like I said, it's just free money. In command no longer affecting us, we kind of implied that the realms are starting to come out together. I really can't wait to see when the reaches... Oh, look, she's got all of the Westerlands now. Wow. Okay, so all of the Westerlands is down with. She's got a little bit more of that. The North is at war with the Reach, right? Something like that. What is the Reach at war with again? Oh, no, they're at war with the Citadel. Oh, my God, they're trying to take Hightower off of the... Wait, what? They're at war... So the Maesters got their independence. They took the Citadel and the Hightower beacon with them. And Hightower trying to take it back. Which is apparently sent them into a mega war. Oh, because they do count as a foreign power at that stage. Because they're independent. Right, okay. Well, that should be a very quick war, you'd assume. 75%. Oh! Salt Mudder, I've decided to bestow upon you the title of Warden of the East. You are charged with the defense of the East and in the event of any foreign threat. We will please you, Mother. We will please you. We still haven't got the personal combat really necessary to fight a dragon, but, I mean, that's what's going to be coming from the East as well, so we need to really get our shit together. Let's go out. So, what does it smell? I should find out. Let's go ahead. These voices sound foreign. Let's do this one. We so rarely do this one. Oh, and that's apparently the Alchemist again. Fire Obsessed and Trusting. We don't want Trusting, but Fire Obsessed wouldn't be too bad, given that we're obsessed with... I think our guy has to be a Dragon Slayer. And I think Fire Obsessed with Trusting... You garbage, man. Gives us Diplomacy, though. We lose a little bit of Intrigue. We already had good Intrigue, so I'm not going to lose too much sleep of that. Oh, Personal Combat Skill minus 2. Well, that's a backwards direction. Okay, never mind. Let's go and kill someone to make up for it, then. Who's on my... Please, is Bernard back on there? No interesting target. Did someone get Bernard, or did he just get taken off the board? Now, I'm thinking, would the foreign tour work for us? Because it's if you're a king, you go on a tour of your realm. Are we going to end up going on the tour of the Vale, or could we actually go on a foreign tour? Yeah, so we have to make a royal progress around. Damn it, okay, that's a bit of a shame, because I did want to try and buff up this guy as much as possible then. Never mind. Oh, compose a book. That seems like a pretty safe bet, given that the treasurer is obviously still with Mother. Rubies and iron. High Kuni opinion +3. Great, that's useful. You know what, let's actually compose a book then. It's been a long time since we've done that. It's kind of been a bit relevant for the longest time. Diplomacy or Intrigue. Honor of the Gods. We can't write a book about war, really? Oh, shit. Okay, managing a realm then. Let's go for how to build a well. I think that might be incredibly good. I mean, we need build cost modifier, don't we? Because build time modifier isn't really kind of relevant right now. Oh, there we go. Prodigy Daughter. Nice. Okay. Sarah Mudd. Sarah, let's go for... I kind of am a little bit disappointed that I wasted Thrift and Struggle on the other ones now. Go for Duty. Duty is a safe bet. Obviously, Conscientious becomes Diligent, Honourable, Temperate. Now, with the rich childhood mod, honestly, a lot of these rarely correlate to what you end up with anyway, because there are so many extra events that you don't really end up with, you know, I mean, obviously in base game struggle, there's chance of rowdy, willful, you can also end up with haughty, things like that. But in this, it's just like, boom, 6 different childhood traits. So it doesn't really matter what you pick with these, it's just sort of what you kind of want to focus on, more or less. Does that make sense? Sort of what you would kind of expect to get, but be prepared to get a lot of other shit at the same time. Let's go for duty then, and hope that she gets some other stuff. Then we'll pick her education based on however this comes out. Setter. Silty. Wait, Silty? Is that not... Oh, we had another... we must have had another character called Silty. Granite, Loam. What have we had? We've had Manure. Tristan died, so we didn't bother naming him. Drazine, Silt. Fine. Let's go Loam, but Loam is big. Let's go Loamy. Loamy Mud. Damn, I wonder what happened then. I thought that Silt died for a second, but no. Apparently, our father died and we inherited all of his stuff. That's probably good news, because now it means that we haven't got that succession thing to worry about. Maegor the Cold of Cracklaw Point died a natural death at the age of 50. That's a bit disappointing. But here we go. So we inherited, Cracklaw Point from him, which is not really what we were after, but hey, it gives us another one to our domain, so why not? Kind of suits the Vale as well to have that. I think that's alright. She's decided to kick us from the council, but only because we've gone into another mega war here. My god, this is a mess. We need to take back over as soon as possible to try and unify the realm once again. Of course, to defend my liege's my duty. Who are we up against? Just an invasion of... Oh, an invasion of the Dawnist Marches. Wow, so she's actually trying to take Dawn next. That explains why everything's so splintered. Impressive. Okay, she's gone a lot further than I was expecting in this period of time. And could this be the prodigy son that we've been waiting for a while? So we've apparently also got a decision to request to rank up. But it's not in there. Obviously, it's... I mean, maybe we have to petition him and say... No? Okay, we'll duel him instead. So I guess we're fighting Helman the Blessed, who has 287 personal combat, which would normally be kind of threatening, but against us, he is like little babby. Watch this. Helman the Blessed, he's also ill, so I don't know if this is... I mean, obviously in the base Game of Thrones, if you drew someone who's ill, or if you drew someone who's a child, then it can give you negatives, but I think in this we should be good. Boom! We are now the highest rank of our society. Very nice. So this means that we might also be able to forge the bloodline. If we repel 10 pretenders, then we can... in theory, get that nice bloodline too, along with all of the other... I imagine we'll get a lot more duels now that we're at the top of the society. How many people are in it, by the way? A good amount of people. So, as the top member of the society, we're going to be having people request us to duel quite a lot, which means, in theory, we're going to be able to get our personal combat up quite a lot as well. 406. Nice work. Training grounds it is. Let's see if we can at least get some troops out the Eyrie for once. We can help out with our war. She's already raised all of our armies anyway, so there's not much else I can do right now. Oh, war's over. Never mind. Good work. Wow, shit, she's really putting the effort in here. My god. I'm really glad that, like, she was such a great character to leave the realm in the hands of. Boom. There we go. And the North is still in a civil war, but look at all the stuff she's picked up. Almost all of the Stormlands, all of the Reach as well. Obviously, the Westerland, she's quite nicely unified. Not much progress on the Iron Islands, but there's no reason we can't do that. Obviously, it's a separate little domain of its own there. And with peacetime comes tournaments, which in theory means more personal combat. Of course, we're going to say yes to that. Now, I also figured you've asked your ancestors for military power and prowess in battle now to present your offering. Should we just hack out a fucking eye and go for it? Because we've built up so much dark magic from our blood games, from our many sacrifices here, that growing back an eye should be child's play. Or at least maybe not growing back the eye. What does that give? Personal combat skill minus 40, though. If we can't grow it back, that's going to be a big loss. We're basically going back to where we started with the episode. Or we give him a feast, which is a bit garbage. Take that eye. Take that eye. Yes. Okay. It's none of my business. Stay out of your vassal stuff. So cure your malformations. Oh no. An attempt to free you of your burdensome affliction. Ned urged you to drink a foul-tasting potion to induce a powerful spell. Despite the many animals you sacrifice to enable the blood magic, you are not healed. The visions you suffer are intense. Oh, God. 6% chance we get Mystic. 3% chance we just straight up die. We didn't get anything. Attempted R'hllor healing, but that was it. Oh, God, that was bad. Oh, we can inspire Mellorism. Well, that's quite nice. Should we gain a Marshal? Chance to improve his education. Well, we can't improve our education beyond level 4, I assume, unless the Game of Thrones... That'd be cool. Like, I really love the level 5 system they've added in the Outer Kings mod. If you could get that in every other mod, that'd be incredible. So a way to upgrade Grey Eminence to a higher level, that'd be really cool. But obviously not via education, only via experience. Master over the battlefield, get +1 Marshal. I think that's appropriate. Let's go for that then. Right, can we try and cure ourselves again? Did I already fire the event? I swear to God we were able to cure ourselves then for a second. But we should have inspired Mellors, and that was a mistake. Oh, we're at piety. Right, okay. Okay, so taking someone prisoner, burning them at stake, that type of thing. Captain Eyrie, welcome aboard. The Peculiar of the Giant's Lance, in fact, we could revoke that, given that should be our duchy level title. Calling for trial. And then even if it doesn't work... Oh, it's trial by combat, you fool. Let him rot. Oh, you madman. What were you thinking with that, huh? The guards drag Theomar Cup up from his cell and thrown at your feet. I've come for justice, he says, by right of birth and blood. I demand a trial by combat. This man will be his champion. You're a fool. Let the duel begin. Even without our... Oh, God. Poison my greatsword. We don't have a greatsword, and then it says you lace your longsword with poison. We don't have a longsword either. In fact, we have a bow and arrow, so I don't know what they're talking about with that one. But fine. We'll poison our bow and arrow. That's quite nice. We didn't need to do that, obviously. Or we can kill him. Piss off his whole family, or we just say, back up on your feet. I assume we get some experience for that as well. Gods were not in his favor. Execute him and sacrifice him to the gods. 50 piety, 10% chance of getting cruel. Please don't. We're fine. We're not going to divine from his guts there, but it gives us enough to try and heal ourselves again. Okay. There we go. Miraculous. We lose severely injured, but we still have lost the eye. Oh, yikes. So in hindsight, that was not... This ancestor worship better have given us something good for trading an eye for it. And a son was born, too. Lady... We don't have a son yet, do we? So our heir is still our daughter, which is obviously adding to our vassal opinion. He's prodigy. Very nice. What's that, like 5th times the charm? 6th times the charm? Cool. We've only got one prodigy kid so far. Was she not also... My God, we've got kind of unlucky with that to some extent. Both parents were a prodigy. Even then, the inherit chance is like 17% or something like that. So actually, it's kind of on brand. I mean, it's kind of... By on brand, I mean mathematically okay. Oswell, fine. That's a terrible name. What if we call you the mightiest ruler this dynasty has ever had? Emmon. Full circle. Maybe we'll end the campaign with an Emmon, just as we started the campaign with an Emmon. Emmon of the Vale. Join me. What are we going to do with Emmon of the Vale, though? Because right now we've used up struggle, duty, and... Because we go for pride. Haughty and brooding is garbage, though. Heritage? The only reason I'm saying heritage is because then it'll just get any old trait. If we pick pride, there's a chance of getting haughty. Haughty's bad, and brooding doesn't help out with martial. Faith, get idolizer, doesn't help out with martial. Humility, I mean, both affectionate and timid are kind of garbage, and indolent is bad as well. You know what, I'm going to do it. It seems like a weird idea, but trust me when I think, you know, with all the force training and everything else, we can still guide him down the path we want without, you know, actually having a good education pick from there as well. Okay, fuck it. What do you think? Have 5 children? Gain an honorary title? We just gain some opinion and 50 prestige? Fuck it, let's have 5 children then, why not? We place a bet on ourselves to win the tournament. Now, apparently tournaments, according to Soulborn over on Discord, they're a bit more based on things other than personal combat. So, things like being a knight would probably help out, which would make a lot of sense in hindsight, given that we're literally jousting. But I'm just not going to pay stuff. We've got to put a bet on ourselves, right? 40 gold. Is that all we can place? Okay, 40 gold, even if we lose now, I don't really care too much about that. You win more than that back if you win the tournament. Anyway, don't bother me with such details. We don't really care. We only care about our own personal little combats here. Nice. Oh, we didn't win, though. Hit again. And she's introduced Justice Committee law. No, what are you talking about, Justice Committee law? She's let the council vote on executions and things, which is going to make our current strategy pretty tricky, I think. Oh, never mind. We're defeated. Well, I mean, it's 40 gold. I'm not going to lose too much sleep over that. My bet's been lost. We gained 25 gold back, though. So, I mean, what we came 3rd place. Oh, that's not too terrible. That's not as bad as I thought. Right, let's oversee construction then. Carry on with the Eyrie. 90 tax is pretty good. Holy shit. Fine, let's get you collecting... No. Oversee construction. Finish off some construction here, and then... I mean, bounty board? Feel like I haven't checked that in a while. Still nothing. Man, getting to this 1,000 personal comment is going to be harder than I thought, given that we've literally gone backwards today. This is what I traded an eye for. Argrave. That's rubbish. He's crap. 15 martial. Great. Okay, thanks. That was worth a fucking eye. Oh, come on. That's so trash. We traded 40 personal combat for that, man. I'm never worshipping the... Fuck them. Fuck the ancestors. I'm never worshipping them again. They're a complete waste of time. I don't think we've ever had anything good from it ever besides what we became a... We got the green site from it once. I don't even remember. It's rubbish anyway. Castletown gives court size, which I think is kind of relevant in Game of Thrones one. So we've got... I mean, we've got the training ground. We've got the duel academy. I mean, our levy reinforcement rate should be pretty good now. Levy not reinforced till garrison is full. What are we looking at with that then? Vermin Castle patrol post guard stations. Steward's Tower is helping out as well. Then, of course, we're prospering. You've got Duel Academy, Training Grounds 1, 2, Exceptional Military Ruler. My God, there's a lot kicking in there. Sweet. So we actually might be able to go into combat. So we might be able to even launch our own little invasions, too, if we feel like it. Maybe against the Iron Islands, for example. Oh, no. Poor Bandage. So you remember Bandage when we lost that duel a very, very long time ago? Was Byron Bandage? Offered up in sacrifice. What? Okay. Yeah, Banish was the cat that was basically keeping us alive. He gave us the +1 health or whatever, so we've actually lost that, so bear in mind, we might just drop down dead. Cat was possessed, always giving me the stink eye. We ordered the remains of the cat burned at the stake. The funeral should be set in the garden where it loved to play, or I shall invite the whole court to celebrate the adventurous life of my cat. Absolutely we will. We don't need gold for anything, right? We could buy ourselves a glass candle. I've heard about these glass candles. I need one. 250 gold. Why not? Honestly, it gives so many good bonuses, and we could definitely use it, right? We need to be Mystic. Oh, just Mystic. Well, we know that going out can apparently achieve that one, so we'll try and do that as much as possible, too. Man, I feel like I've hit a bit of a rut with this society, then. Because the bounty board isn't really being populated enough to train it via that. 377, honestly, the +400 that we had before might have been it. That might have been our upper limit, because no one's also challenging us. Maybe it's because we're a commander? Why don't we resign as a commander and just go back to being a regular... Because no one's challenged us once since we became the highest rank, and I'm worried that it might be because of that. Oh, right on cue. There we go. Okay, this could work. This could work. Let's never agree to be a commander again. Let's just sit in our capital and let them come to us. Could also host another Blood Games. Yeah, okay. I'm up for it. Let the preparations begin. Can we fight it ourselves? I'll be glad to assist in the next Blood Games, Lose. Thank you. My most vicious commander, Marwyn, won it last time for us. Send him in again. Give him the best equipment gold can buy. Die well. Die well, Marwyn. He's come out of hiding, no longer fearful for his life. He should be, because we're about to launch the Blood Games. Yes, blood for the Blood Gods, and he won again. Nice work. There we go. Knew was the chosen one. 2 more dark magic, and then we also gain the, the big sort of hurrah for having the Blood Games afterwards. Very nice. Oh, no. The servant I sent to fetch water never returned, and when I went to investigate, I noticed a strange light emanating from the well. I peered inside and saw a colour like no colour I'd ever seen before. It would smoke, cold and wet, but burning when my skin touched. That colour is not from this earth. Somewhere, a dreamer stirs. Oh, no. Although, as far as personal combat goes, this might be a pretty good way to build it up. Since the incident some weeks ago, I felt uneasy. I took a walk along the coast to clear my mind and found a small village where the people claimed to worship the drowned god, a god older than even those of the old god's faith. They invited me to join in their rituals and showed me a dusty old grimoire written by a mad drowned man. Intense study of the grimoire has given me much knowledge. I've devised a ritual to awaken the drowned god where he sleeps, dead but dreaming in his watery tomb beneath the ocean. The cult has prepared the ritual attire and is gathering the necessary sacrifice. Tonight, he will wake. We have to flip over to drowned god religion. I'm going to be converting back, thank you very much. Not a big fan of that. I suppose you can't really argue with it if you do literally see the drowned god rise from the ocean. The cult has gathered for the ritual on the shore of the black and stormy sea. The chanting begins. And in the depths of the dark waters, something stirs. Sorry, I had something in my something in my throat. He comes. Gain 100 piety and we die, or we must try and stop this. We commandeer a lifeboat. A lifeboat, a longboat, or a lifeboat. It's kind of appropriate. I steer the longboat through the raging waters towards the monstrous creature. I stood as tall as a castle tower, with the body of a man and the head of a great tentacled beast. I knew that I had woken it from where it slept beneath the waves, and I was here to end the age of man. That was the only thing I could do. Ramming speed. A fateful collision. I woke in my own bed, weak and sweating. The servant told me that they found me on the shore naked and half drowned. I asked them about the creature in the ship, but they looked at me with worried eyes and shook their heads. I'm the only living witness to these events. Put it all to print. Gain 100 prestige, 1 learning, or fools. I saved you all, gaining the trait Godslayer. Martial +3, intrigue +2. Yeah, I'll take it. Fools. I saved you all. Thank you. We will take... I mean, it's... kind of seem to get a bit more personal combat for killing Cthulhu, but never mind. Okay, that's fine. Also, kind of like to flip back my religion now, if that's okay. Convert to Liege's religion? Convert to local religion. Oh, no. Oh, no. And I set him to heritage. Oh, no. Well, can't educate our son anymore. Fine. Send him to someone... Oh, hang on. Heritage, not faith. First man and drown... Okay, I thought it was both. Fine. Send him off. Give him a new guardian who's hopefully not going to corrupt him. Lacey. Oh, the woman that we invited to court, the incredibly good duelist. Yeah, you seem appropriate. Damn it, that's so frustrating, because I was stuck... Drown God. What can we do as Drown God that we wouldn't have been able to do as... I mean, nothing, really. We can go and raid, but we could raid anyway. Obviously, now we've got the ability to raid with ships, though. Why don't we go on a trip to Valyria, then? Why don't we go on a trip to Valyria and get into a load of battlefield duels and increase our... I mean, that would give us a bit of good knowledge about what we're up against later on. You have the letter for Bernard Truthspeaker composed and sign it. In short, I despise you. You are a timid jester and your cruel infidel ways repulse me. Signed, Prince Sol of House Mud. That would teach that rough brute. We haven't done a very good job of antagonizing, given that it's not happened once, but we do have... Come on. Hey, there we go. Okay. Very nice. That's still defending our title there. What's that, like the second one we've had now? So tomorrow, raids on Valyria. Hopefully getting our champion bloodline, along with all the other personal combat goals that's going to give us as well. Why don't we try and raid for, like, dragon eggs and Valyrian steel armor and weapons to get another set of it all? See what they've got over there, really. That's going to be the main thing. Trying to get a load of battlefield jewels, buffing ourselves up. Other than that, it's going to be very much a case of waiting until Silt dies so that we can inherit and sort of rebuild things. But she's doing such a great job. Wouldn't want to really interrupt because she's, like, really got it down here. Yeah, so much better at doing all these micro wars than I ever would be. Obviously, trying to move this many men around is pretty absurd. Unless you want to play on speed 1, which is against the law. Thank you all for watching. A pretty weird episode. We did kill Cthulhu, so we got that going for us, which is nice. Thank you to the insane top tier level patrons for making the series possible in the first place. A big thank you goes out to Alchemia, Anthony Gully, Asuna Kurito, Moses, Average Gamer 419, Bacon Kitten, Ben Hofflin, Chesty, Croesus, Donald, Dylan of Gondolin, Fakuna Vasquez, Frederick, Gogula, Sarik, Harry McGowan, Iguana Squad, James Shea, Jonah Waters, Justin Wallace, Kane and Carter, Michael Mullen, Muskratful, Nordstress, Necrofin and Pelvis Presley, Rodin, Scott, Skaz, Smegmastain, Somnus, Shay, T-Bag Cruz, The One Ring, Tom Terry 18, Tyler Kendall, Tyler McClam, Vacuous Backers, Varagon, William Green, and Zazzy7011. Thank you all for supporting the CNT levels on Patreon. Thanks for making the channel possible. Hope you also, like my man here, like killing Cthulhu. Because that was, we haven't had that event for a very, very long time. I'm trying to think the last series that we actually got the Godslayer. I think it was an After the End series, wasn't it? I don't remember, but that's kind of cool either way. I'd like to see that event slightly redone. Someone write that down. Remind me to do that. Thank you as well to Uwu Daddy, Astro, Adam Person, Andrew Walsh, Andrew Wilson, Anchor, Attila, Austin Taylor, Better Max, Better Valerian, Black Double H, Blood for the Blood God, Dwayne Gunn, Chris, Corgi Circus, Dapper Go, David Van Diepen, Daniel Pete, Don, Don217, Emerald Beam, Thoosh, Gabriel Van Der, Gaz, Genji Circle, Gothamo, Grey, Haji Damar, I am Sagataz, Icy the Great, Jackson P, Jay Lara, Jacob Wolfie, Jason Sushu, Jose, Jeebus Crust, Joran DeVries, Jessica Smith, Job's Lucky Sister, Jilly Vondel, Joseph Beer, Justin Plot, Justin Rules, Justin Walters, Lepus, Luan and Thomas, Luke Wallace, Manuel Bosich, Mastolp, Monty, Mosi Sampson, My Name Isn't Dio, Nathan Flores, Nathaniel Lindbergh, Nick, Noah Gallimore, Organised Confusion, Pan Samu, Panther Pearl, Peyton Denisar, Russian Oligarch Billionaire, Brian Hooper, Sam Keir, Shardul, Shari, Smirtworm, Smooth Octopus, Socrates, Super Nanny 089, Sweet Sea, Talar, Voodoo Mumbo, Void Prince Kibo, Will Wade, Wilson SF, Wolfie, Yellow4, Yorkus, Zach, Zetlock, and CK2. Thank you guys all for your support over at Patreon. See you tomorrow.